Welcome to Game 2 of the series. Red Wings put on a pretty impressive showing there in Game 1. I think for a minute there we all dared to dream. But, Jesulin's medium tank micro is just too solid. Just so solid. Never caught out of position. The only time he lost Panzer IVs were destroyed engine crits or aggressive trading up against Red Wings armor. So very calculated Panzer IV play. Excellent use of Oster Tier 3. Always fun to watch that in action. Well played Jesulin for sure. Taking that game with 458 VPs. Red Wings will of course be tasked now with topping that should he want to try and vie for faction selection in theoretical game 2. Of course he has chosen elite armor. Oh well, I maybe jumping the gun a little bit. He has chosen over Commando West and put elite armor in his loadout. So against Jesulin's counterattack shock rifle guard motor, I think that may be tough to swing. We're going to see him going with a Kuba wagon opening, which on this map should probably serve him well.
Who needs engineers when you have strong Soviet backs?
Conscripts moving to take control here in the middle, throwing up some green cover positions, and it looks like Red Wings is just getting ready to throw down a tech structure. Getting himself a pretty early battle group. He goes early battle group a lot, actually. He's going to put that just slightly behind this tree, I think. AT gun could theoretically get a line on it, but it would be such aggressive AT gun placement, probably wouldn't be worth it. I don't think we're going to be seeing a forward retreat point for Red Wings. Is just going to utilize this so that he can hit reinforce when he hits the base, and then as he's moving out of the base, they'll reinforce out of both. And be able to heal right there as well. Try and hold that line, try and hold that fuel point, and try and deal with Jesulin's harassment of the right side VP and munitions as well as he can while he gets his infantry corps up to speed. Obviously, when you go Kuba wagon, you barely have any infantry compared to the Soviet free conscript opening. To contend against it with a light vehicle and these two squads, which Red Wings will try and keep together to maximize his chances of winning this engagement. But sandbags already constructed there, and that will be an almost insurmountable obstacle for Red Wings unless he gets that really lucky suppression in green cover, which the Kuba wagon can do sometimes randomly. That early shoe mine. He seems to think Jesulin's going to be going tier 1. It's always a good idea, by the way, to go shoe mine against Soviets, or against anything if you went Kuba wagon, because you want to try and kite the light vehicle counter to your Kuba wagon over that mine. But he seems to be reading Jesulin wrong. Jesulin either saw the mine go down or just doesn't think tier 1 is the right decision this game. For whatever reason, he's going to go 5 cons, which is not a build I've seen him utilize before, I don't think. Usually he goes 4 cons, 2 combat engineers, or 3 cons, even 2 cons, 2 combat engineers. For really early tech, he's not going to go double scout car against Red Wings though. 5 squads of infantry instead is going to give him excellent map control and flank harassment, and Red Wings is going to struggle to win engagements anywhere unless his Kuba wagon can get suppression off and force retreats, which he may have found an opportunity here. Bit of a late reaction, in fact, from Jesulin. Lets both squads get suppressed. There's that retreat. There's a second squad available to try and focus fire that squad of Stern Pioneers down. Kuba wagon is hovering by the shoe mine intentionally so that any aggressive maneuver against it can be punished. Stern Pioneers are forced to retreat. A suppressed squad of conscripts is actually blocking them a little bit, but they are forced to retreat, get away with 1 model remaining after making minor progress on that conscript squad. But meanwhile, a squad of Folks Grenadiers just got wiped somewhere. I don't even know what happened. Left? What happened? And the Kuba wagon goes down to conscripts advancing down the center. God, I hate missing wipes. I have no idea how a Folks Grenadier squad died. I don't see their bodies anywhere. They died somehow.
Supply hub tender is ready for orders.
Outnumbered, Jesulin will be forced to retreat right here, but losing a full squad of Volksgrenadiers and a coup wagon 5 minutes into the game is usually GG, honestly, as over Commando West. I will be astounded if Red Wings makes the same kind of headway here in Game 2 that he made in Game 1. Not trading nearly as well. And even when trading up for the first several minutes of Game 1, he still didn't have much map control, so trading down against Jesulin's Soviets, I can't imagine how he's going to try and hold on to territory now. There are a lot of fake tech structures in Jesulin's base. Just spamming those splats everywhere.
Structure is up.
This is it. Target secure.
Target captured.
Establish
No enemy
defensive
contact.
line. Assembled and ready. It is finished. Good work, men. This is what we're trained for.
We can now detect enemy vehicles using their radio transmissions.
Mission accomplished. Enemy infantry! Ready! Try to use cover. Target secured! Structure is up.
Volksgrenadiers find a 2v1 opportunity on the right side, but support is on its way. A lot of support is on its way, so this is either going to be forced to retreat or at least soft retreat back to the battle group. Over here on the left side, Storm Pioneers reinforced, find an opportunity, another 2v1 opportunity against this Minesweeper. Might be able to get a little bit of territory captured over here. Red Wings has chosen elite armor, so it seems that I predicted correctly. And mine, ooh, that was a nice one. 4 models. No 6 model wipe mines this game for Red Wings, unfortunately, unlike Game 1 where I got that Ostrupen squad. He's not gonna get any more miracles. He's gone double Sturm Pioneer, which generally as elite armor is pretty common actually. You need to find some way to spend that manpower. You don't have Fusiliers, Fallschirmjäger, MG34s, or Jaeger Light Infantry, so pretty much just Storm Pioneers are your medium range option, which is not a great option. You have to make something, or you could just make like 9 Volksgrenadiers. Or the fabled infantry support gun.
Receiving enemy fire! Target secured!
Emergency repair kits have been issued to all vehicle crews.
Storm Pioneers taking pretty heavy bleed right there. That's going to put a significant dent in Red Wings manpower as well. Volksgrenadiers continue vying for territory here in the middle, and Jesulin's map control will continue to be excellent, holding pretty much the entire map. He is, in fact, going to go Tier 4. So we might see some revenge Su-76s hitting the field soon, and he's also gone counterattack, actually, so that makes me think Katusha, but who knows. Kettenwerfer for clearing up some
Target destroyed.
sandbags right there.
Good and ready.
Red Wings will get a little bit of the right half of the map uncontested, while Jesulin is slowly healing all of his troops back to full health before sending them back to the front line. His next push will be consequently quite strong. Holding the line with conscripts in green cover here will be difficult for Red Wings to unseat without destroying the sandbags, maybe with the Rakettenwerfer, although on Minsk Pocket with all the various clutter, that's actually very difficult. Rakettenwerfer has a lot of trouble hitting these. I don't know what the target size is on sandbags, but every time I've ever tried to use Rakettenwerfer to blow one of these up, it takes like so long that it's not even worth attempting. And it's in a point blank range. That's just my experiences with it though. It's not like it has anything better to do right now other than try and snipe infantry. There's the infantry support gun for Red Wings, which he will try and use to bombard infantry positioned in cover poorly. Maybe try and get some lucky engagement turning pins. Triple cap still going against Red Wings. He's sort of neglected to take back the victory point over there. Trying to prioritize resource income so that he might at least maybe have a chance of getting the Panzer IVs on the field. So far, it's at this rate certainly not going to happen. Red Wings is going to have to just tighten up his infantry game, pull off some sort of miracle engagement, push Jesulin off the field, and get those VPs back, get VPs and territory. He needs all resources to field those Panzer IVs. He needs munitions, fuel, victory points, and manpower. So actually 4 resources. That's a lot of resources. They're extremely expensive. Probably the most ridiculously expensive tank. And CPs, actually. They're pretty CP expensive, too. There's basically no way in which the veteran Panzer IV Colin is cost effective. Unless it hits the field somehow completely uncountered. Which is pretty unusual. Looks like we will see Su-76 for Jesulin, and he will utilize it to try and put pressure on his opponent's infantry to retreat back to safety. As of right now, the only counter to the Su-76 is 1 Raketenwerfer and maybe lucky infantry support gun shots. Folks with Grenadiers on the right side will be forced to retreat away from conscripts. Looks like Jesulin might pick up that mine as well. Throwing down a demo charge first. Apparently Red Wings will spend 300 manpower on this 400 on this forward retreat point. I don't think that's even close to worthwhile. He still doesn't even have the same amount of combat capable squads on the field as his opponent. And even with superior cover, he will struggle to win against a 6 conscript corps anywhere on this map. Support gun doing basically nothing against conscripts stacked in cover. Raketenwerfer there will be forced to retreat. Infantry support gun has to backpedal towards the battle group headquarters, where there are a few squads healing and reinforcing. Is that a wipe? Random miracle infantry support gun shot wipes the conscript squad way in the back. There's Red Wings' random miracle wipe finally. But I fear it may be too late. Infantry support gun working on a squad of conscripts does get an engagement turning pin. It does force 1 retreat, slowly paying for itself. Probably, I think the issue here is not really so much that Red Wings fielded an infantry support gun, is that he did so while he was behind. Indirect fire for any faction actually fielded while already behind. Generally just keeps you behind. Your opponent can just continue to defend the front line. If you're in direct fire, brings the squad low, he retreats it, rotates more back up to the front. As long as he can maintain a containment. Oh! Wow, miracle wipes on both sides. Folks Grenadiers go down to the Su-76 right there. And any lead that RedxWings may have ostensibly had is gone now. Jesulin spending all float on just more cons. That's a 7 cons build, in addition to a KV-1 on the field now. She will utilize to push RedxWings out of the center VP. And there's the wipe. Conscripts and Minesweeper moving up on the flank. Pick that up, and the Raketenwerfer will be forced to retreat. Meanwhile, Su-76 is working on Stern Pioneers left. Ooh, gets a snipe. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for the compliment. I hope you enjoyed the fair in Germany. And thank you very much for the $1 donation.
Send orders!
Stern Pioneers there will be forced to retreat. RedxWings briefly slows the victory point capture over here on the right side, but 135 points remaining, and he shows no signs of making it to his call-in tanks, which even if they arrived would struggle against the KV-1 and Su-76, which sounds ridiculous, but that's just how bad they really are. Katusha in production for Jesulin now. Raketenwerfer getting wiped though. Folks Grenadiers taking heavy bleed. I think RedxWings wants this SWS to get destroyed so he can get 5 fuel out of that. Jumpstart his Panzer IVs a little bit that way. Although the manpower bleed he's taking with this charge is probably going to slow down his Panzer IVs more than fuel is going to. Su-76 is pushing the Stern Pioneers around so they cannot fire and they will be forced to retreat. KV-1 is also in the retreat path.
Dispatching alternate command truck now. We are down to 75 points.
.75 points remaining as Folks Grenadiers desperately make an attempt for the right side and center simultaneously and get pushed back. Here comes a Katusha barrage on the battle group. Oh! Headquarters. That rocket was dangerously close to wiping both of those squads. They spread themselves out a little bit. It looks like they'll be okay. KV-1 picking up squads in the middle. Infantry support gun is trying to make some sort of weird escape. For Mother Russia activated by Jesulin as he sprints all of his infantry up to the front line. He will use for Mother Russia combat engineers to try and clear the infantry support gun right there. Finally, after this extremely harrowing 18 minutes, at the very least, RedxWings manages to get Panzer IVs on the field. But clearly, his infantry are so battered that it's far too late for them to make any sort of meaningful impact, and the victory point clock will continue to tick against RedxWings here. The only thing he can hope for is some sort of moral victory against the KV-1 or Su-76, should he be able to locate them and not get kited over any mines.
We are now down to 25 points.
AT grenades bouncing here, so engines will go undamaged. KV-1 going in. Panzer IV is going in on the KV-1. It is falling quite low, and we might see RedxWings finally take it out. Final charge with all infantry, all into the center VP to slow the clock, give himself a little bit more time to hunt and destroy the Su-76. The KV-1 goes down. Su-76 will continue kiting. Oh, it misses its shot. And RedxWings successfully secures himself the moral victory as all of his infantry get annihilated in a center victory point by Jesulin's forces. Well played by Jesulin, who will knock down his 5th challenger.